For millennia, around the coasts and in the neighbouring hinterland, the Hellenes have lived in what we now call Anatolia and Eastern Thrace, the modern state of Turkey. Further east, up in the Armenian plateau and down in the river valleys is where the Assyrians lived, and this is why we are called the indigenous peoples of Anatolia. The first Turks arrived in the 11th century, about 900 years ago, and established their first state in 1061 in and around a city called Ikonio. Today it's called Konya. They ruled this land for a long time, but the multicultural, diverse, multi-ethnic, multi-religious population remained increasingly Islamized over time, but still with substantial indigenous populations of the native Christians. This began to change with the arrival of a concept called nationalism in the late 1800s and early 1900s. The Turks were the last people to develop, along with the Kurds, a national identity. Really not until the 1880s, 1890s do we start getting this, a conceptualization of what it means to be Turkish, with a focus on language and the Islamic faith. A series of battlefield defeats, particularly to the Russian Empire throughout the 1800s, created a sense of fear within the Ottoman Empire of the ruling elite that the Christians are encroaching, the native Christians of Anatolia are helping the outside Christian powers like the British, like the Italians, like the Russians, to take and eventually swallow up the entire Ottoman Turkish Empire. And really brought home the message to the ruling Young Turk, the nickname is the Young Turk or the Ittihad, governing party of the empire, and to the Sultan, that something radical needed to be done. And the radical that needed to be done was the Turkification and Islamization of the entire population of the territories that they wanted to keep as the core of a Turkish empire. This plan began to be formulated about 1908, 1909. It was discussed openly for the first time at the Party Congress in Thessaloniki in 1910. And we have the reports, both from the Turkish media and from the Times of London, for example, of what was discussed. And it was a plan for genocide, to disarm non-Muslims, to stop them making money, to stop them making a living, to make conditions so difficult for them that they would leave, and the ones that would not leave would be killed.